Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, in today's lecture, we'll be looking into work culture, which again forms a part in the final unit of GS4 ethics. So, let's get into the lecture directly. So, introduction. So, work culture refers to the values, behaviors, norms, and practices that define how a business or organization should run. Like it can encompass the mission and values of the organization, how employees engage with one another and with the management, the level of collaboration, teamwork, and the overall attitude and environment of the workplace. See, we should all know that a positive work environment brings in increase happiness and productivity. This shows, so if positive work environment can increase happiness and productivity, so negative work environment similarly can bring in low morale and like decreased turnover of the company because people will not work properly. So that's what work culture. It's nothing but a proper way how the work, how the company is managing itself, how the employees are managing themselves. That's what this comes into it. Now moving on to the significance of work culture. Composition, like it represents the collective values, beliefs, and principles of the organization, and its employees as well. Like we can call it Google's culture is one of the leading example of working healthy working environment. Now factors like it's a product of factors like history, what is product, what type of market, what is the technology, what is the strategy, type of employees, management style, and national culture. Like example, you can call it a run by companies which are run by retired army personnel might try to enforce military discipline at workplace. So that's something a factor which brings in significance of the work culture. Next one is outcome. Ambience. Sorry, yes. Outcome has two parts. One is ambience and productivity. See, it is the mental ambience. First, we look at the ambience. Ambience is nothing but the mentality of the employees, which eventually decides the ambience of the organization. When the mentality of the employees is good, the ambience of the organization is peaceful. When the mentality of the employees is bad, ambience of the organization is not good. It's not peaceful. Productivity. A healthy work culture always leads to satisfied employees, resulting in increased production. Workplace culture. See, it is crucial to know that workplace culture to bring the best in employees and retaining them for extended period of time so that they contribute to the organization. Next one is the organization must also provide a favorable environment for employees so that they can concentrate or they may concentrate on the work rather than interfering with others. So when these things happen, companies work culture is better, organizations work culture is better. Now let's look on how to build a positive work culture. creates an environment for healthy development. Like it provides everyone with opportunities to initiate change and grow on a professional and personal aspect. Employee friendly policies. Organization must have employee friendly policies and guidelines. Practical guidelines, rules and regulations should be made for the benefit of employees. Yes, this is must. Like you cannot sit and work in an office for 70 hours, 70, 80, 90 hours. No, you cannot work 40 hours. That's why they are given. So you must have employee friendly policies. Only then the company will survive. Drives engagement and retention. A good workplace culture is proven to keep your employees engaged in their work, which will allow them to keep on board for longer. Like this happens like in IT sector, like when employees are in project or in project, as long as they are in project, they keep on extending. When they are not required, when they feel they are done for the because they might have not been in project for quite some time, long time, they eventually feel that that's their time in the company and they leave. When they keep on getting projects and work on that, they eventually stay for longer period of time. Appreciating the performers, top performers. They praise the employees to expect good work from them every time. Like that, let them feel indispensable for their organization. Like, however, we should also not criticize the one who have not done well. Instead, we should motivate them to pull their socks up next time. Mentors instead of Hitler approach. See, bosses should be like mentors here rather than Hitler. I mean, like ordering them. Like they should guide them. They should motivate them. They should go hand to hand together so that the employees work together along with the boss and are able to achieve the organization's projects or whatever you can call it. Promote team building activities like to bind the employees together, conduct training programs, workshops, seminars, presentations to upgrade the existing skills of employees. Like they should be ready under any odd circumstances or change in the work culture. That's how you build a positive work culture. So moving on to the next, issues and challenges with the poor work culture. See, lack of communication. This is one of the most um, issue not only in the workplace but also even during school or college days. If a poor work culture is there and there is lack in effective communication among employees between management and staff, which can lead to a lot of misunderstandings, conflicts, and even breakdown in teamwork and collaboration. Absence of trust. Trust is very essential for work, particular for a healthy work culture. Like, but in poor work culture, trust is often lacking. Like, employees may feel unsupported, unappreciated, or undervalued, which might make them feel low in morale and decrease in the engagement. Next one is poor micromanagement. The poor work culture often involves excessive micromanagement, like where managers closely scrutinize and try to control every aspect of their employees' work, like which can create a stifling environment which that hampers creativity, autonomy, and individual growth. Lack of recognition and rewards. Like when employees' contributions and achievements are not recognized and rewarded, it can lead to lack of motivation and huge sense of demotivation. Next one is high turnover rate. A high poor work culture can contribute to a high turnover rate, right, wherein the employees may feel dissatisfied and seek opportunities elsewhere. Like constant turnover negatively impacts the team dynamics and institutional knowledge and productivity. Next is bullying and harassment. A toxic work culture, as we might all know, might involve bullying, harassment, or discrimination, which creates a hostile and uncomfortable environment for employees. Like such behaviors can lead to emotional distress, reduced in reduction in job satisfaction, and decline in overall well-being. Next one is lack of work-life balance. A poor work culture often disregards the importance of work-life balance. Like employees like expecting to work for long hours, take on excessive workloads, or face unrealistic deadlines. These all bring in negative impact on their personal lives. Let's move on to the next one. Reasons for poor work culture in governmental administration. We saw in general. Now let's look into the government administration. Bureaucratic indifference. Like bureaucracy lives a privileged existence in ivory and is regarded as unconcerned towards the need of people, like particularly towards the weaker section. Like bureaucracy should work towards, or bureaucracy right now it enjoys huge pay and promotion, because of which they are unconcerned about the needs of people. Like as Karl Marx has said, like bureaucratic flaws they are. Next one is lack of performance evaluation. Employee performance is not appropriately reviewed in a fair, measurable, and objective manner. As a result, there is not proper rewards or recognition for outstanding performance, resulting in low levels of motivation and effect among workers. Next one is inadequate performance accountability. Civil officials are not held accountable for poor performance errors or delays, which leads to bad performance. I mean, like it doesn't remove the bad performers, but still they are in the society or in the public service. Discipline and order. Lack of discipline at all levels bring mistrust of authority, poor superior subordinate relationship. Next one is absence of teamwork. The rigid hierarchical structure effectively rules out teamwork. For an organization to run properly, a teamwork must always be there. Next one is risk avoidance. Multi-layered structure has a tendency towards reverse delegation and avoidance of risk in decision making, like such as leading to multiplication of work, delays, and inefficiency. Next one is undue emphasis on routine functions. This leads to the national priorities not receiving due attention of often functions which are best carried out by local or state governments, or could easily be outsourced to be continued with the to be retained with the union government. See, proper things are not given for the necessary of the state or running the government, wherein unnecessary things are given more importance. Now let's move on to the measures needed to improve the work culture. Reorganization of ministries and departments. Revisiting and redefining the role of ministries, departments, or in the context of evolving role of governments and need for the greater collaboration between them, between ministries and departments as well. Next one is strengthening accountability mechanism. Ensuring accountability and promoting an ethical approach in governance institutions is vital for improved governance. Like second ARC fourth report has a report on ethics on governance, so that will help in strengthening the accountability mechanism. Redefining collectors' role. Many schemes or programs are being executed through collector, and their roles need to be revamped, making the functions more decentralized and accountable. Yes, collector alone cannot handle all the things together. They must be decentralized so that a burden reduce, and they can monitor the schemes and programs which are implemented. Integrity. Public office should always be treated as trust. Interlocking accountability is a process by which evaluation could be done easily and accountability ensured. Like 360-degree evaluation must be done where subordinates evaluates superior officers as well, so that the work culture improves. Next one is sensitivity training, like techniques called Chris Argyris. You can call it Chris Argyris technique, also known as T group technique, like which aims to improve the mutual understanding and respect among employees, which results in stronger interpersonal relationship, which lessens the disagreements and boosts the morale among the organization. So hope you guys went through it. Now let's look into conclusion. Companies and organizations must prioritize the creation and maintenance of a positive to promote a productive, engaged, and happy staff. Like work culture is an essential component of every organization and may have considerable impact on employee morale, performance, and well-being. Like a positive work culture can also promote productivity, creativity, and collaboration. So, like efforts like RTI, e-governance can all bring in positive culture, but like red tapeism, corruption, they all bring in negative work culture. So these things must be avoided, which can make the best out of government employees as well. So hope you guys understood the topic today, work culture. Do watch the lecture entirely and like, share, and subscribe the channel as well. We will resume in the next lecture soon. Thank you.